The door clicked shut, and the silence that followed was heavier than any argument. My dad, Arthur, just stared at the unsigned check on the dining table, his hands shaking. It wasn't the tremor I'd seen when you reached for the pen just moments before. This was different. This was the deep, internal trembling of a man whose world had just tilted, and I knew, with a cold certainty that settled deep in my gut, that it had tilted far more than he understood. Only minutes earlier, I'd walked into the dining room, already on edge. My dad's voice, brittle and tight, had cracked mid-sentence, saying, "He's a professional," and that's what stopped me cold. Not the stranger, David Thorne, sitting there with his leather portfolio fanned out like he owned the place. Not the stack of glossy brochures promising returns that sounded like lottery wins. It was my father's voice, the way it broke as he defended this man to me, his own daughter, as if I were the interloper. David Thorne looked up, a smile plastered on his face, one that belonged in a slick car commercial. "You must be the daughter," he said, extending a hand. "David Thorne. Your father's told me so much about you." Funny, because Arthur had never mentioned him. My eyes were locked on the half-signed check, a clean $10,000 made out to something called Pinnacle Growth Solutions. I stepped closer. "How long have you been working together?" I asked, trying to keep my voice even. David Thorne's smile held firm. "Oh, it's been about 3 months now. Your dad's portfolio is really taking shape." "What portfolio?" "Please, Jessica," Arthur interjected, his voice tight, pleading. "David's been very helpful. He's gotten me into some excellent opportunities." "What opportunities?" I pressed, ignoring my dad's silent plea. David Thorne leaned back, fingers laced, like he was about to explain quantum physics to a toddler. "Your father's funds are currently allocated across several high-yield investment channels. Exclusive access. The kind of growth potential most people never see." "Which channels?" "I'm not at liberty to disclose specifics." "Client confidentiality." "He's your client," I shot back. "He can tell me." Arthur looked from David Thorne to me, then down at his hands, fiddling with nothing. "It's complicated, honey. There are different accounts, different strategies." "Where's the paperwork?" David Thorne's smile thinned, just a fraction. "Everything's digital now. Secure portal access. Much safer than physical documents. So, show me the portal." His tone shifted, subtly. Still friendly, but with an underlying edge. "I don't think you understand how these arrangements work. Your father is a grown man capable of making his own financial decisions. You're too emotional to understand financial growth." The air in the room changed, thickening. Emotional. That word stung. I pulled out my phone. "What's your firm's registration number?" "Excuse me? Your FINRA number?" "Every licensed advisor has one." "What's yours?" David Thorne stood, gathering his brochures with practiced efficiency. "I don't appreciate being interrogated in front of my client. Don't miss the twist bottom left, full story."